Episode 6 of Chainsaw Man is among the uncommon occasions where an anime episode is superior to the manga it's based on. I was enjoying myself much while watching it that I completely lost track of time. In episode 6 of Chainsaw Man, Denji and the other characters continue to struggle with how to deal with the new demon they're fighting against, one that wants Chainsaw slain but is willing to pardon the others if they succeed. In the first scene of Chainsaw Man episode 6, Himeno questions whether the bizarre spatial cycle they're in is indeed real. She investigates to make sure that the dire situation is actually present. In the meantime, Kobeni is just so afraid that she can barely breathe. She starts crying and sneezing while combining the two to emphasize how frightened she is. Eventually, Aki learns that the loop also runs diagonally in addition to vertically. The rooms are connected to one another by opening doors to the hallway in which they're all presently located. Arai is frightened. Aki and Himeno work to come up with a solution, and Kobeni sobs her eyeballs out while regretting becoming a hunter. But they must find a solution to get out of this worsening mess. Since the devil can freeze time, Aki surmises that they're caught in a loop with really no apparent way out. Since the temporal loop allows him to rest all day, Denji is unrestrained and goes back to sleep. When power destroyed the small devil before Aki eventually discovers that it's still alive and has grown significantly. She's stopped by Himeno and Aki, though Arai is the second man to concur that they must murder Denji to escape the situation. But Aki's certain that they must not harm one of themselves because devil hunters exclusively slay devils. Later, Denji considers drawing his sword to slay the devil, but Himeno immediately silences him, leading Denji to question why they would not utilize a tool that may help them escape the predicament. Himeno informs Denji that even though there's no way back, Aki cannot wield the sword and that Denji must perish if such a fatal end is achieved. If they decide to murder Denji, the demon gives them a path out of their predicament. He desires the chainsaw devil removed for whatever reason. In a flash, Kobeni accepts the requirements and lunges towards Denji with a knife to kill him. She's stopped by Himeno and Aki though. Arai is the second man to concur that they must murder Denji to escape the situation. But Aki is certain that they must not harm one of themselves because devil hunters exclusively slay devils. Later, Denji considers drawing his sword to slay the devil, but Himeno immediately silences him, leading Denji to question why they would still not utilize a tool that may help them escape the predicament. Himeno informs Denji that even though there's no way back, Aki cannot wield the sword and that Denji must perish if such a fatal end is achieved. When the time finally comes, Aki prepares to use her blade while Arai restrains Denji. Himeno is forced to restrain his motions with a ghost's hands to attack Denji with her knife. Kobeni runs over to him, but Aki blocking his path and gets stabbed as a result. Since he wishes to slay the gun devil, whom Aki desperately wants to end but is unable to do so on his own, he cannot allow Denji to expire. He can't let Denji perish because he needs as many people as possible to fight the devil. Himeno hunches over and begs whatever it is they're intending to do now to stop the catastrophe of this horrible new demon in anguish. Denji ultimately responds to the challenge and declares himself prepared to battle the devil on the theory that the latter must fear the chainsaws he possesses. The 6th episode finishes with the title character diving into the eternally devil's unending interior, preparing to inflict pain and carnage on it. Kobeni and Arai are so out of it that they're seriously thinking of sacrificing Denji to get away. The best example of natural selection and survival without regard for higher purposes is shown in this episode. The music and the background tones of the show were also fantastic. The animation in Chainsaw Man episode 6 was excellent and the music was outstanding. Particularly, the music complemented the show's enigmatic tone wonderfully. The story also brought up an intriguing conundrum that has been long noted in philosophy. Will you give up a few of your own lives to safeguard the lives of many others? Possibly. If you understand who you were sacrificing, would you even consider doing it? Maybe. What if it was a close friend or relative? It's when problems start to arise, and the show did a great job of portraying it.